Hello everyone, this is Sodhi from CAAN Wings Consultants Private Limited. Welcome to the Saturday edition. This week I'm going to be talking about the much talked about and the much hyped about South Australia nominations. As you must be aware that the state of South Australia, ever since the DHA allocated the quotas to the states for the year 2022-23, the state of South Australia has conducted 2 invitation rounds for nominations so far, and these invitation rounds were for both 190 as well as 491 nominations. The first round was held on the 1st of September and the second round was held on the 26th of September. Unfortunately, there has been no round in the month of October, and that has got people thinking and overthinking. So a lot of people are wondering, is South Australia done with its quota? Why is South Australia not issuing more invitations for nominations? So the answer to that question here is that in the most recent budget allocation in the month of October, South Australia has declared or announced that it is in fact facing critical and urgent skill shortages. For those of you who probably think that South Australia is probably going to go very slow in the nominations, you stand corrected. South Australia intends to take the nominations full on, and their need for nominations are probably recognized as more than what was expected before. South Australia has also announced that there will be an increase in the offshore nominations for the migration year program 22-23. Now, there's been always some sort of a tussle between onshore and offshore nominations. A lot of clients or a lot of viewers ask me or tell me that, ma'am, it seems that probably onshore people are getting more nominations, whereas a lot of others feel that probably offshore migrants are getting preference. But in the budget, it has been made very clear, and South Australia has made it very clear that their focus is going to be on inviting or giving nomination opportunities to offshore applicants. Now, already South Australia has 470 occupations in place, 470 occupations available for nomination. And if you go through the occupation list and the eligibility criteria, you will see that it is not very stringent. For most of the occupations, it's asking for very minimal English proficiency as well as no work experience for many occupations as well. So far, South Australia has already given out nominations to 1,100 applicants, and it intends to give out many more. Now, if you go on to South Australia's website and you try to get an understanding of the kind of occupation South Australia is focusing on, you will see that they're saying that we are right now, looking into the priority occupations, which consists of medical scientists, health and science professionals, nurses, teachers, defense technicians, tradespersons, and so on. However, if I just scan through the nomination invitations and of course the nominations that we've received for our clients in these 2 invitation rounds, they don't really happen to belong to any of these priority occupation groups because they happen to be engineers, university lecturers, private tutors. The private tutors have been invited at a very high point score of about 90. Pharmacists, and then we've had recruitment consultants, poultry farmers, and many other occupations. So I see some sort of disparity between what the priority list proposes and who the nominations actually going out to. The criteria set out by South Australia on the website is also listed as follows. They are basically, when they're selecting an applicant for a nomination, they're probably looking at the years and the field of skilled employment They are looking at English language ability, and they're looking at the EOI points. So having read this, a lot of you might think that, okay, so what that means is that somebody with high English proficiency is the one who's likely to be picked up. Somebody with higher EOI points are the ones who are likely to be picked up, and somebody in the priority occupations are the ones who are likely to be picked up. I'd just like to say no. What we've experienced has been very, very different from what's stated here, because we have received invitations, and of course I'm saying this when this criteria was published earlier. At that time also we have received invitations for clients with point score anything from 65 to probably 90. We've received invitations for clients with competence level English, some of course, not all. So we have seen diverse situations, scenarios where applicants who do not have very high scoring points or occupations in priority or a high English proficiency, they are the ones who received nominations for both 491 as well as 190 visa. So after this, I'd just like to quickly touch upon a very important update from South Australia. South Australia is holding a free webinar, and this is open to everybody. And this webinar is basically going to focus on offshore migrants. So all of you who are waiting for their nominations, please do register yourself for this webinar by going to the South Australia Immigration website. You'll find a link to get yourself registered. Like I said, it's absolutely free, and this will be held on the 10th of November between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. If you have any concerns, any questions, I think that'll be a great platform for you to take up your questions, and I hope that South Australia would be able to answer the questions for you and give you more clarity about whatever we talked right now. So that is it for now. For any questions or any assessments you need to get done, please feel free to write to us on caanwings@gmail.com. That is CAANWINGS@gmail.com, or feel free to call us on 78498 78498. We'll be glad to assist you with your questions. Until next time, bye bye and take care.